Good morning. How is everybody? Let me just make sure that I can see comments and that my camera is kind of straight here. It looks a little dark to me. Oops. Okay, that's better. How are you? How are you? Thank you so much. I am Kurstan Del Rosario, an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the San Francisco Bay Area. And it's been a couple of weeks since I've come on and stamped with you guys, and I've missed it. Life, right? Life gets in the way sometimes. And last week, my little guy, not last week, the week before, well, I guess it's Sunday, so just the previous week, I returned from being gone for a week. With my little guy to Billings to visit family. And so I'm just like, I was trying to get stuff done before we left, and then I'm like trying to play catch up because we're back and all these things. So I am sorry that I have missed being here with you for a little while, but I am super excited about what I'm going to show you today. Today we are making two cards that I created a sketch from another demonstrator's card. Her name is Tina Zink, and I saw a really cute card on her blog that that I just loved, and so I decided to take that card and draw up a sketch for my team. We have a monthly chat, and we do different challenges and make projects together. And so it was suggested that we do a mystery sketch. So I turned her card into a sketch for us to create as a team, and everybody loved it. And it was such a cute card. And so the one that I actually created during our chat was this one here on the left. And it's using the new Gingerbread and Peppermint suite from the July to December mini catalog. It's the first suite that is featured in the catalog. It's so cute. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I just yawned. I made my coffee, but I had not even taken a drink of it yet. And then I wanted to make another card to show you the versatility of using one sketch to get a different project. And so this one here on the right, I used the amazing new Penguin Pals Designer Series paper. And this paper you can actually get for free with a $50 order through September. I believe it's August, the months of August and September. Stampin' Up! Is doing something totally awesome and having a second celebration period where you can earn free items based on $50 and $100 order increments. And there's no limit. You can get as many as you want. You would not believe how many packs of this paper I have because I love it so much. It's so cute. So, excuse me. Both of these cards, the only stamping on them is the sentiments. And then, so the rest of it is all paper. And they come together so easily and so quickly. And so I want to make both of these with you today. And then if you would like kits for these mailed to you as a gift from me, you can put in submit an order on my online store for $35 or more. And you will get these kits to make both of these cards as well as a thank you gift from me. So let's get started. I have all of the measurements for you, and I will just put this here for a hot second if you want to look and write anything down, and I will talk about the measurements as we go as well. These cards are so easy to put together, and they're so cute. I can't wait for the holidays. The new July to December mini catalog has launched, and I am just over the moon with it. It's so fun. You guys are gonna love it. Hey guys, I'm so excited. I see comments. Hey Robin, hi Diane, Amy, how are you guys doing? one of the things I wanted to talk about today is switching my live times. I know I've been absent for the last couple of weeks, but I also, in that time, accepted a 3-month contract position back at the hospital. And so if you haven't been stamping with me long, I have worked at a local medical center for a really long time. And my husband and I decided that it was okay for me to leave and pursue other things. And so since the end of April, I have been, I guess you could call it, fun employed, and I've been really working on my Stampin' Up! Business and anticipating going back to school. And so now I am at the point where I'm starting my online program, and I've been, trucking along with Stampin' Up! Putting in more hours than I had been able to before. But one of my previous coworkers reached out and asked me to come and help them because they have a staff member on leave, and they need someone to come and fill in while she's away. And they don't know exactly how long she's going to be away because it's personal, but they wanted somebody that could hit the ground running and not need a ton of training to join and support their team while this gal is on leave. And so I hemmed and hawed about it a little bit and then finally accepted it. And part of me regrets accepting it because August is super, super, super busy for me, but I adore her and she asked me to. And so anyway, a long story short, I am returning to the hospital for 3 months starting Monday, and I'm a little panicked about it. Starting tomorrow, I guess, right? It's Sunday because I don't usually stamp with you guys on Sunday. So starting tomorrow, I return to the hospital, and so I can't do these on Wednesdays anymore. But I was thinking, I love coffee, and I'm sure a lot of you love coffee, and so why don't we stamp on Saturday or Sunday mornings? And so my question to you guys is, what day is better? What day works best for like an 8:30 or 9 o'clock stamp session on the weekends? So drop in the comments if you are watching me live, or if you are catching my replay on Facebook or YouTube. Let me know. Still, I'll check back in and see what day works better, and we can get together on the weekends and chat and have coffee because I love coffee. Okay, I am looking for my, there it is. I'm looking for my adhesive. I'm like sitting here rambling on with a card base in front of you. Excuse me, I have a sore throat this morning. I'm looking for my adhesive. So we're going to start with the gingerbread card first. I got out my card base and all my pieces I have pre-cut here. And I showed you the measurements, but I'm still going to walk through the measurements with you. And so my card base here is real red, and it's 5.5 by 8.5. And then I scored it here at 4 1/4 on the long side. This is a piece of the new craft paper, and it's definitely a different consistency than the cardstock. It's really nice, and I don't know if you can see in an up close look here, but the fibers, look at that. Those fibers are so cool. It's like a natural, well, I mean, it is a natural, it's a natural paper, but it's thick. It has a really good weight to it. It curls a little bit, which is totally fine. That will fix itself once you adhere it down, but it's really nice and pretty, and it coordinates with this suite of gingerbread goodness. So I'm going to use, you can see there that it matches that paper. I'm going to use this. I don't like this shadow that's like, there's a really big shadow. Let me hold tight. Let me try to fix this light and move it to a different side and see if that helps with the shadow. I don't know that it's going to. And I'm just probably shoving it right under my camera. Let's see. Oh, good. Okay, Sunday. So let's do Sundays then, Sunday mornings. There's one Sunday a month that I do a blog hop with some fellow Love to Stamp team members, and I do check links at 9 o'clock. So I will think about how to work around that, and then I'll start seeing you guys on Sunday mornings. Oh, thanks, Robin. I'm kind of excited about it because I haven't gotten to work with this nurse for a while. In my last couple of roles at the university, I was no longer in a clinical setting, and when I worked with her, she's a nurse practitioner with the surgeons that I worked for a really, really, really long time. And so I had, you know, I would see her and talk to her, but not really like work with her any longer, not support her. And so now she's in a different role in a different area of the hospital or medical center. And so this is helping her new team, which is cool. It's interesting. So I'll meet new people, but at the same time be kind of seeing some old faces as well, for, 3 months or so. So it's cool, and it's a remote job. I've got the monster pup at home, and I've got my little guy starting kindergarten next Monday, the 16th, and he goes half days. So I have to make sure that I can pick him up and drop him off. So this piece, I did not tell you what the craft measurement was, but this mat is 4 inches by 5 1/4. And then this piece of designer series paper that I cut here from the Gingerbread and Peppermint stack, it comes in a 6 by 6 stack, and it is gorgeous and full of all of these like super fun gingerbread patterns and like Christmassy candy looking stuff. I love it. And I think, yeah, if you go back a few weeks on my videos, I did a walkthrough of all of the papers for my product share, and you can see all of the fun patterns in this stack. Let me just set this aside again. I feel like I need more space in my room here, but I probably just need to reallocate things better. So I've got my strip here, 2 by 5 1/4. And then let me grab this. And then I am going to create this square, which is going to house my little focal image here. Now, the sketch itself calls for the square, the patterns, and the circle. And if you want your focal image to be stamped, then you can stamp on your circle. Because I am using a die cut or an image from the paper, I am going to layer that onto my circle. And so I'm going to piece these here. And then I've got my little circle of peppermints, right? And then I think what I'm going to use is this gingerbread cookie today instead of the snowflake, and put that right onto my circle. But if I wanted to stamp an image on here, then I would just have this be a white piece. But because I'm putting something on top of it, I really like the almost white, like really low key pattern that's not super busy or in your face for that piece. So I'm going to struggle here a sec because I want to use my liquid glue on these squares to make sure I can wiggle them into place, and it's not letting me, it's not working. So let's see if I can get it out the backside. I never use this backside, but sometimes it's handy. Or maybe my glue is just empty, which could be, ooh, no, there it is. Do you guys ever use the backside of your glue, or did you even know it was there? Because for a long time, I tell you, I did not know it was there. But I really love, and if you, again, if you stamp with me at all for classes or events, you know how much I love my liquid glue, because you have like a little bit of wiggle room, I call it wiggle room, to put your pieces down and kind of wiggle them into place before it dries, which is really nice because I don't put things down straight very often, see? But now I can like manipulate it and slide it around so that it's somewhat straight or lined up before it is permanently on my project. And with these little squares meeting in the center, I really want them to be lined up at least on the edges and in the center. So I'm just going to slap that on there. Okay. Now, the gingerbread dies, there is a peppermint and gingerbread stamp set, and you know what, wow, I am so not prepared for today because I didn't even pull it out of my stash to show you, but let me find it really quick while I tell you what measurements these are that I just laid down. So the white square that I just put all of my little squares on is 3x3, and I just used basic white cardstock. You can use another color if you wanted something else that coordinates, and if you you can even use a pattern paper. That would be super cute too. I'm not finding my gingerbread stamp set, so I will post a picture of it in the comments of this video along with the dies. But my point of that was the dies will cut out this image. I'm just going to fussy cut it because my die cutting machine is over there and I'm here. So I am just going to cut this out instead of going to get the dies and cutting one image since I didn't have it already. I did bring this one. I cut that out previously, but I really like the brown cookie look for this card because of the large layer of craft. I think that the brown kind of breaks up the color of the squares a little better than this would. So I can lay that on there, but I don't know. I'll lay both of them down and see. But I think I like the brown better. You can tell me which one you like better. So the little squares that I just pieced, I've got two of each pattern, and you can choose different patterns, varying patterns. You could even do all four the same if you wanted to and have maybe stripes going different directions or whatever you choose to do from the papers that you're using to make your card. I chose to use these to really bring out the colors of these colored cookies. This one is an olive kind of icing stripe or icing design look, and then this is a really cute just argyle print. I'm going to go ahead and cut out this little peppermint while I have my scissors here, and just because it's the last little thing on this piece of paper, maybe I'll use it. So sorry, the little squares that are on the middle square are 1 3/8 by 1 3/8. So you want 4 squares, but you can vary your patterns. And there's my little peppermint. Hey Mel! Hi Dawn! How are you guys? Welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining. We are making a fun card from a sketch today that I created off of someone else's card that I really liked. We used it in my team chat last month for a mystery sketch, and it was a lot of fun. And we're drinking coffee. We're stamping in the morning. My house is quiet in the morning. My house is quiet today because my little guy is at grandma's for a few days visiting, but my husband's still in bed, and I love the mornings because I can get up and it's just me and the dog, and I can have my coffee. And so this will be nice to come in here and kind of stamp first thing, get some crafty energy going. I'm using dimensionals and popping up this layer to go right in the center here. I feel like I'm kind of moving in slow motion. I don't know. I don't think I've had enough coffee yet. I'm just gonna flip this. Let's see, put it that direction. I'm just gonna set this on here. It doesn't have to be in a specific spot. I want it to kind of straddle that paper underneath and be a little offset towards the top of my card, but it doesn't have to be perfect. And then I'm gonna add my circle. I'm gonna put a little liquid glue on that one too. Let's see which way I want my little peppermints to, I don't want them to be lined up. There we go. Okay. And I'm going to use dimensionals on the back of this cookie too. So see, I think that using this one kind of drowns out into the peppermint paper that I chose for my circles. So I'm going to stick with my brown. Oh, I don't like that either because of the circle. I thought I would be fine. Huh. Let's see. Maybe I'll do an offset and put a little peppermint here. Or maybe just, you know what? I don't love it. I don't. I pulled it out because it was a loose piece from my paper pack, but I don't love it. So let me see what else I can find in this stack here. I want another brown. I could put the bell. This one has bells on it. Maybe I'll cut the bell cookie and see where that takes me. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you like the ornament? I think it just doesn't appeal to me because it's so round and the circle underneath is round. So let me just cut this out. Oh, Robin, Bochi's good. I actually, I thought I was going to jump on a couple minutes late this morning because I was trying to corral him back in the house from his potty break since I'm the only one up. We don't let him stay outside unsupervised for the most part because he likes to get into things that he's not supposed to, like dig and whatnot, and he makes such a mess. So we try to, when he's outside, even if he's not just, you know, if he's just goofing around or whatever, we try to keep an eye on him so that he doesn't dig. But today I busted him standing up, looking over my back retaining wall. And I busted him doing this like a week ago, but now that was the first time. And you could see the thought process of like how he figured out that he could do that and see over the wall. And it was really interesting to watch him do it the first time. But now he likes doing it. And today he was like, I busted him looking over the wall at someone walking their dog like behind our retaining wall because our backyard butts up to the main road to our subdivision. And so someone was outside walking their dog on the main road and he's like, I'll post a picture later because of course you can't like, as soon as I see him do something, I grab my camera to take a picture and then I'm like, okay, this probably isn't okay. But so I busted him like hanging out, looking over the retaining wall. But it's funny because he's like, his head just like follows this person like walking down the street with their, I think they had a husky because I walked over to see what he was looking at. It was funny. He's such a fruitcake, but he's good. He turns 11 months tomorrow. I can't believe it. I need to schedule a visit to go to the vet for his weight check and to get his August medications because he's still growing so much and so fast. The vet won't give me bulk heartworm and flea medicines. I have to go in each month and have him weighed so that they give me the appropriate dosage for his weight at the time. And that'll mellow out when he's about 18 months to 24 months, once he stops growing at exponential rates, which will be, it's still a ways away, like between March and probably July of next year. He'll mellow out a little bit. So I went with a bell. I really like it. I don't have a layer around mine like this snowflake cookie does because I used my dies and cut out this one. And you can see that there's a little bit of a border around it from the paper. But I like it. I like the bell a lot better than I liked the ornament. So I'll just put these two ornaments aside and use them for something else. And that worked out well. So I'm going to stamp my sentiment. I've got a piece of white scrap here from my class yesterday that is already on my table. I'm going to stamp in soft suede ink, which is my favorite brown that we carry. It's so pretty. Just like warm and cozy, just a really nice earthy brown. And the Let's Celebrate stamp is actually in the Peaceful Deer set. This set is one that I looked at and wasn't even gonna purchase. I liked the fonts and the sentiments, but I wasn't sure what I was gonna do with the stamp set. And it has a coordinating punch. But then they came out with the Celebration release and there is a whole pack of paper that goes with this set now. And it's gorgeous. It's so pretty. You guys, there's a there's a card that I made yesterday that I'm super excited about that I will be blogging on Thursday, I believe, using this set and that paper. And it's so fun. It's so pretty. It's very like rustic, kind of lumberjacky Christmas, like winter style with the red and black plaid. And it's gorgeous. So, and you know what? Since I've gotten this bundle, the deer bundle, because of that paper, I've used it so much. I've used it on like 4 different things now. Plus the sentiments just make me happy. So this really cute Let's Celebrate is from that Peaceful Deer bundle. So I'm going to use this and cut this out. Let me just clean my stamp. Yeah, you too, Robin. Hey, Carrie, how are you? Yeah, it's such a good set. It's a sleeper to me because I looked at it and was like, yep, I don't need that. And I really try hard to not get the whole catalog each release, but it's hard. It's so hard because there's so many good things. But I am glad that I caved and got the Peaceful Deer bundle with the punch. The punch is a lot of fun too. I will be using that for one of the projects for my next team chat, which will be super fun. I love getting together once a month with them and crafting and seeing what everyone is up to, what's new, what's going on. And we have a gal that lives in Wisconsin, 2 gals that live in Wisconsin, so it's always fun to get together in person, but we have transitioned our meetings to online so that everyone can participate, and that's been a lot of fun too, seeing everyone from across the country. So I'm gonna put, I took a dimensional, excuse me, and cut it in half because I wanted my, I want my sentiment to touch my bell, but I also want it to touch my square down here. And because I put dimensionals on my bell, I need to make sure that I'm keeping the same height across the sentiment. So I'm just going to take half of this dimensional and put the other half back on my sheet. And I'm going to put it on the end of the celebrate here so that that part is secure on my square. And then the let's part of my sentiment, I'm going to use a glue dot so that it doesn't get popped up any more than the bell already is. And I do this a lot. So I'm just going to use my scissors because I don't know what I did with my pick tool. It's probably under a pile of something on my table here. So let me just pull that release paper. And then I can put this right, maybe just right there is fine. Oops, it's crooked. Come up, come up. There. That's a little better. Okay, so now it's the same height as that bell. We're almost done. Normally I would also put, excuse me, a piece of basic white cardstock inside. I didn't grab, I grabbed one, but I didn't cut one. But anytime I use a dark colored cardstock for my card base, I will usually put a white, I'll put white on the inside just to make it easier to write on and to see what I write to the recipient. So I'm going to use our new matte dots, and these come in, I've cut this pack up. I use these empty stamp cases to store my embellishments, but these are ombre. Can you see the evergreen here is darker and it goes to lighter, and the same with the cherry cobbler. I just love these, they're so fun. But I'm going to use the olive again, and so you can see that I've got some olive dots around my first card. So I'm going to grab the rest of those, and it looks like I need to open another pack. And I'm just going to add these little dots for a little extra. And look, there's my pick tool. I moved something and out it popped. Okay. I wanted something kind of subtle, and this blends really well with these papers. And actually you can kind of almost, maybe I'm gonna take these off of that olive piece because it looks like I did my my paper ordered differently on my first one, but I want to put them on the red so that they show up a little bit better. There we go, that's better. And then I'm just going to put this one down here. It just adds a little something. If you want to put Wink Stella on your cookie, you could totally do that too. That would be a nice touch. Okay, so that is it for this card. Now we're going to make the next one, and it's the same exact sketch. And I'll post my sketch on my blog tomorrow with all of this information as well, the measurements and the supplies and stuff that I use, so you can grab those if you have not already started shopping in the new mini catalog and celebration items. I'll link to everything that I've used. So that's the first card. And here we go. This is the second one. How fun is this, you guys? I love how different it looks, and it's the same exact layout. But with this one, I'm using the new Penguin Pals paper. Thanks, Mel. Thanks, Robin. So for this one, I've already cut my pieces again. I'm just gonna slide this little guy up here, and I cut out my penguin and my snowman and the little bird from the paper itself. And so I've got this piece here to cut out my snowman, but you know what? This time I think I'm gonna use this little fox. How cute is she? And I don't even know that it's a she fox, but I like the little purple scarf, and so I'm thinking that this guy's a little boy penguin, then my little girl Foxy here, and my snowman. And we're just gonna go with it. So I'm gonna set this aside until I'm ready and put my little Foxy guy here. So same measurements. Card base is 5.5 by 8.5, and then I scored on the long side at 4 1/4. This is fresh freesia cardstock. I wanted kind of a tone-on-tone look for my base, and so my mat is cut from the fresh freesia pattern here of these little snowflakes. It's so cute. And again, this is going to be 4 by 5 1/4. So I am just going to put my stamp and seal on the back. And get my base ready for my wintry friends. So cute. And then instead of using designer series paper for my strip on this one, I'm kind of doing the opposite, and I've got my designer paper as my mat, and then this is a piece of Misty Moonlight cardstock. It's still 2 by 5 1/4. Just gonna stick it right down in the center here, and it looks like it's maybe a little bit long. But whoops, nope, because I'm crooked. Try to slide it up just a little bit. It works. Okay. And then I've got my square again. Let me just kind of reposition my pieces. So I've got my 3 by 3 square of white. Oh yeah, definitely, Robin. It's such a fun layout. I like it. Let me know when you do. I would love to see them. Post so we can see. Okay, so my little squares here, my 1 3/8 inch squares, are 2 different patterns. This is the Misty Moonlight stripes. I love stripes. So I went with diagonals on one corner here. And let's see, do I want to do horizontal or do I want to do vertical again? I think I'll do horizontal this time. And this is another pattern in that same Penguin Pals pack. It's so cute. Or Penguin Playmates, I think. Set. And this coordinates with a bundle in the mini catalog as well, which is amazing. And that one I do have next to me because I'm going to use the sentiment out of it. So this one coordinates, this paper coordinates with the Penguin Place stamp set and the amazing Penguin Builder punch. And I know the light's going to catch that metallic picture here, but you can see that punch builder there. It has the body, well, the big body, and then the white part, and then his little feet. It's so cute. And I love the sentiments on this one too, and the little present, and the little bag, and the tree, and the balloon. If you have our older balloon punch, it's retired now, but it's one that I will never part with. But if you have that still in your crafty stash, I learned yesterday that the small balloon on this punch punches out this image perfectly. So I'm super excited about that. So I'm going to set that aside and come back here and grab my liquid glue. And I also used a circle punch for this piece. I used a 2-inch circle punch. You can see here, because I put 2 larger images, it kind of gets lost behind there. And so you can adjust the circle size based on what your focal image is doing, or your, what kind of pieces you're putting in the middle there. I could probably have die cut a larger circle and it would have shown up a little bit more, but for ease and consistency, I just left it at the 2-inch punch, which is also retired, but circle punches are one of those things that I will never get rid of. As a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, we will generally not keep stuff after it's not available in the catalog anymore, because it's really hard to showcase things and then somebody wants it and you can't offer it to them. And I wouldn't want that either. If I am purchasing things or, getting excited about a product that someone is using, I would hope that it is still available. So normally a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator will not keep older items around because they take up space and we want space for new stuff. But those staple items like circle punches and that balloon punch, having a little guy and making lots of birthday cards and stuff for him and his little friends and family and stuff, those are just things that I won't get rid of. So I've got my pieces here on my square, and you can totally see that I did not line those up super well. But once I cover this with all of my little friends, I don't think it's gonna matter. So I'm gonna put my circle right in the center. And this is also another piece from that. Oh, look at the little bunny on the back. How cute is he? I didn't even notice him. This is from the same paper pack. So this 12 by 12 paper pack is completely free. It's a free gift from Stampin' Up! If you spend $50. So you'll definitely want to do that and get this adorable paper pack to play with. And they're 12 by 12. You get 12 sheets of 12 by 12 paper in the pack. So it's a great deal. Excuse me. I'm going to pop up my square. I did that on the last card as well. Let's go ahead and get this guy down. There. And then this is so cute. Oh my gosh. All right, now I'm going to cut out my snowman and the little bird. I think I want to add the little bird again. And I'm just going to cut around so that I can preserve the other images of the paper and use them later. Let me get my little birdie off to the side here. This one is a little hard to see the snowman's body because he's so light and it's on a light background. So I'm giving it a little bit extra border, not really wanting to cut off any of my snowman accidentally. And then he's going to be a perfect fit right there with my little foxy friend. So cute. So what do you guys have going on this week? Anything exciting to know? Anything fun? Anything unfun that we can commiserate with you on? It is a busy week. Andrew has a doctor's appointment tomorrow that Dad is taking him to. He's had some lymph nodes sticking up on his neck for almost 2 weeks now, and they're not changing. They're not super concerning right now, but the doctor wants to do a physical exam. We did a video visit with her before we left for Billings, and she said it was okay to come in and see her when we got back. So Dad's taking him to that. Just card playing, excellent. Yeah, fussy cutting. Excuse me, fussy cutting doesn't bother me. It's actually kind of therapeutic. If I have a bunch to cut, I'll take it out to the kitchen or the dining space and sit so that I'm kind of closer to the guys and not tucked away in my craft room, and just cut stuff out. Or like right now, this week I'll be working on my product share packing, and so I take ribbon and cut it and put it in a big bin, and then I take it out to the couch and I watch TV with them while I'm rolling my ribbon. So it's kind of like spending time with them but still working at the same time. But I love fussy cutting. It's calming to me. So you can see I did my patterns on my squares backwards, and my little birdie is now kind of blending in a little bit with my blue stripes, but I'm gonna leave it because I don't want to put him over here and make him be facing backwards. So we're just gonna go with it. I'm gonna move these guys a little bit. Let's see here. Just like that, I think. And I'm gonna put dimensionals on them. Oops, let's put that right down on my workspace. Dimensionals on these guys as well. Let's see, put him right there. And then my little fox, I'm gonna put some, again, this because their fox is gonna overlap my snowman a little bit. I'm gonna put the dimensional so that it fits on, or it touches the square but not the snowman. And then I'm just gonna take my pick tool and I'm gonna slip a glue dot under here to support my fox with the same dimensional that I put onto my snowman. And then this little bird, I've got the other half of my, or the other quarter actually, of my dimensional from when I put the first bird on. So I'm just gonna put that little tiny piece right there. And so I've got my little birdie friend. So cute. Okay. So the sentiment I used on this one is from the Penguin Place stamp set, and I think I took it off of my block. So let's go get that again. So it's to the coolest friend ever, but I think I'm going to use Be Cool, Be Chill, Be Merry on this one because it's so cute. So, oh, I don't know where that one is. So I guess I will use, oh, I bet it's in another class kit. So I guess I'm going to use To the Coolest Friend Ever after all, because that is what is next to me. Oh, you went to the beach yesterday. Nice. Santa Cruz, that's the closest to you? Snacking and sharing some wine. I love Santa Cruz. We were there a couple of weeks ago for Jeff's birthday. We went down on a Wednesday. his sister and her kids were here visiting from Seattle, and we went and spent the day with the kids. It was so fun. I got sunburn actually because I put it my sunscreen everywhere but on my arms, and so I just started peeling this week, and I've been trying to get all of that skin off my arms from our day in Santa Cruz. So I'm just taking my sentiment and I'm putting it on a straight edge. And I like to use the grid on my, the lines on my grid paper here to line up as best I can. And then I will just trim that little slice off with my trimmer. Oh, nice. That's so good. Is it, it is Santa Cruz though, Diane? Or is it a different area? Because I think, I don't want to say it on the video, but where you live is down that way, I think, right? I know what town it is, but okay. So I'm just going to take this and line it up. I'm not measuring. I am, you can look down on your trimmer and see where the guide is going to cut, and so I'm just cutting right above my sentiment here so that it looks even, which that looks good. And then I'm going to flip it and just cut again based on where the guide is, just at the end to get that little piece right there. I'll set that aside to use again later. So here I've got my sentiment to the coolest friend ever. My corner piece here is a little, there we go. Okay. Now I put my snowman down a little lower than I did before, and so I don't like the way it fits on my square. So I think I'm just going to put it down here on my card. And since I'm going to do that, I'm not going to use a dimensional. So I'm going to mix it up a little bit and just put a little bit of my seal on the back of this and put it right down on my card base. Just like that. To the coolest friend ever. So cute. And then you can see that I used some of the in color jewels in Fresh Freesia. Let me see if I have any more without opening another pack. Ooh, I have a whole little strip here. Yep. Perfect. So I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm going to put some of my little jewels here. Oops, maybe if I can get them off of my finger. And let's see. There we go. Just to give it a little sparkle. And then I also use my Wink of Stella brush on the scarves and hats. So I'm going to grab my Wink of Stella. Yeah, that's what I thought. I love that area. We need to go down there more often. Andrew loves the beach. I will let you know next time we head down that way. I'm hoping that maybe we can do it one more time before the end of the season. Just because he loves it so much. So I'm using my Wink of Stella here. I'm adding it to my mittens, my scarves, plural, and my snowman's hat. And I love this little foxy friend here. So cute. And I am loving Fresh Freesia. All the new in colors this year are just gorgeous. So there is our cards, both of our cards using the same sketch. So I'm going to post these cards on my blog tomorrow, and I'll share the measurements again and all of the supplies. I hope you guys had a good time stamping with me this morning. It was so fun. And I will catch you back here next Sunday. If you would like any of these supplies, please visit my online shop at shopwithkurstan.com. And again, don't forget to pick up this amazing Penguin Pals, Penguin Playmates designer series paper in August or September while it is free during celebration because it's gorgeous. Okay, I have drank all of my coffee. I hope you guys did too. I hope you made it through your cup. I'm ready for cup number 2. And have a great week. I'll see you soon.